You're staring at the ceiling fan at 3 in the morning. You can hear the hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen and the distant sound of a car passing on the street. Your jaw is clenched and your shoulders are pulled up toward your ears like a shield. You aren't doing anything, yet you feel as though you've just finished a long-distance run. This is the silent vibration of a system that has forgotten how to turn off. Most of us view stress as an emotional state, a frantic reaction to a deadline or a difficult conversation. But for your body, stress isn't an emotion. It's an expensive physiological transaction. It is an all-hands-on-deck mobilization of every resource you possess. When this state lasts for a day, it's a feat of engineering. When it lasts for 100 days, the architecture begins to change. If you are currently in the middle of a long stretch of pressure, you likely feel a quiet fear. You worry that you are breaking something permanent. You wonder if the old you, the one who could focus, laugh easily, and sleep through the night, is gone for good. Before we look at the cost, I want to give you a promise. Your body is not breaking, it is adapting. It is a highly intelligent machine trying to keep you alive in an environment it perceives as hostile. By the end of this journey, we are going to look at a very specific, non-obvious benefit that only emerges after a long period of high-pressure adaptation. A hidden mental shift that, once recognized, provides a level of clarity that most people never achieve. To understand what's happening, we have to step inside. Imagine your body not as a collection of organs, but as a high-functioning skyscraper. Usually, this building runs on a balanced budget. Power is distributed to the lights, the computers, the cleaning crews, and the maintenance staff. But when a threat is detected, the building enters emergency mode. The elevators stop, the lights in the break rooms dim. Every watt of power is redirected to the security gates and the perimeter alarms. In the first room of this system, the immune room, things are strangely quiet. Usually, this space is filled with specialized cells, the white blood cell security guards that patrol for intruders. Under short-term stress, these guards are actually more alert. They move to the skin gates, ready for a potential injury. But after 100 days, the guards are exhausted. The constant chemical shouting of cortisol has made them deaf. They stop responding to actual threats because the alarm has been ringing for 3 months straight. You might notice that a small scratch takes 2 weeks to heal instead of 3 days, or that a nagging cold seems to move into your chest and stay there. The system hasn't failed, it's just redirected its budget elsewhere, leaving the doors unlocked. We move deeper into the building, to the metabolism wing. This is the boiler room. Usually, your body burns fuel, glucose and fat at a steady, efficient rate. But stress demands high-octane energy right now. Your system begins dumping sugar into your bloodstream to feed your muscles for a fight that never comes. Because you aren't actually fighting a saber-toothed tiger, that sugar has nowhere to go. It sits in the pipes. After 100 days, your fuel sensors become sluggish. You find yourself craving high-calorie, salty snacks, not because you're weak-willed, but because your brain is convinced it needs an emergency stockpile of 500 calories at all times. This is why the stress belly is so common. It's not fat, it's a biological survival cache. Finally, we reach the command center, the prefrontal cortex. This is the executive suite where fine-tuning, logic, and long-term planning happen. In a balanced state, this room is cool and quiet. You can weigh options. You can decide that an email isn't an emergency. But after 100 days of high cortisol signaling, the executive suite begins to lose its grip. The smoke detector of the brain, the amygdala, takes over the controls. In this room, everything becomes binary. There is no nuance. There is only safe or dangerous. You lose the ability to see the middle ground. A slightly critical comment from a coworker doesn't feel like feedback, it feels like an assassination attempt. Your brain has sacrificed its fine-tuning knob to ensure that no threat goes unnoticed. There is a strange positive phenomenon that happens around day 60 or 70 that most people overlook. It's called stress-induced hypertrophy of certain neural pathways. While we often hear that stress shrinks the brain, it actually causes the parts of the brain responsible for habit and routine to grow. Your body is trying to automate your life so you don't have to think. It's attempting to make you a more efficient survivor by turning your daily tasks into autopilot programs, freeing up what little mental energy you have left to watch for danger. Despite what we've been told, stress is not a singular thing that happens to you. It is a series of misunderstandings between your ancient biology and your modern lifestyle. There is a popular myth that stress causes your hair to turn white overnight. In reality, while extreme stress can accelerate the aging of hair follicles over months,
the overnight story is a convenient exaggeration.
Your body is resilient, but it operates on a biological clock, not a cinematic one. Another myth is that you can power through the biological cost with enough caffeine or willpower. You cannot bribe a biological system. If you pour more caffeine into a system that is already on high alert, you're not giving it energy, you're just turning up the volume on the alarm. You're asking a tired security guard to shout louder. Perhaps the most damaging myth is that 100 days of stress results in permanent brain damage. This is a convenient self-deception we use when we feel burnt out. The truth is more hopeful. The brain is plastic. The wiring isn't burned out, it's just been reinforced for a specific high-tension environment. As soon as the environment changes, the remodeling begins again. What really matters is how this unfolds over time. After 1 week of high stress, you are mostly dealing with adrenaline. Your heart rate is up, you're a bit jumpy, but you're sharp. You feel on. After 1 month, the adrenaline has faded, replaced by the heavy, slow-moving tide of cortisol. This is the tired but wired phase. You are exhausted, but your mind won't stop racing. Your sleep becomes shallow. You wake up at 4 a.m. because your body thinks the morning hunt is about to begin. By day 100, you have reached what scientists call allostatic load. This is the cumulative wear and tear on the body. You may feel a sense of flatness. The highs aren't as high and the lows feel heavy and immovable. This is your system's way of forced conservation. It is putting you in low power mode to protect your vital organs from the cost of constant activation. It isn't a failure of your spirit, it's a masterpiece of survival. It's important to anchor yourself in a single truth. This is not destruction. It is not a failure of character. It is an ancient survival strategy running on modern hardware. Your body is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's just doing it for a predator that doesn't have a physical body. To the brain, an unpaid mortgage or a toxic boss is indistinguishable from a pack of wolves. Your system doesn't know the difference between a physical threat and a psychological one. Once you understand that your racing heart is just a wolf protection program, the fear of the sensation begins to dissolve. This brings us to the psychological layer. Why does tension accumulate in the neck? Why do we feel closed off? It's because of how the brain interprets absence. When you are under long-term stress, your brain stops looking for rewards like social connection or beauty and starts looking exclusively for lack. You become a specialist in noticing what is missing. You notice the missing $5 in your bank account, but not the 80 degrees of beautiful sunshine outside. You notice the one person who didn't like your post, but the 10 friends who called. This is a mechanism called negativity bias expansion. In a survival situation, the good stuff is irrelevant. Only the bad stuff can kill you. After 100 days, your brain has become a world-class detective for problems. But you can return the controls to the executive suite. You don't do this through thinking harder, you do it through rhythm. Your body understands rhythm better than it understands logic. To signal to your nervous system that the 100-day war is over, you have to speak its language. A 20-minute walk where your eyes are allowed to scan the horizon, not a screen, tells the threat center that no predators are currently in sight. When you submerge your face in cold water for 30 seconds or practice rhythmic breathing, where the exhale is longer than the inhale, you are manually pulling the lever on your vagus nerve. You are sending a stand-down order directly to the boiler room. You are reclaiming agency by showing your system that you are safe, right here, in this physical moment. We started this journey looking at the heavy cost of 100 days of pressure. We looked at the tired immune guards, the sugar-flooded pipes, and the binary thinking of a stressed brain. But there is that promise I made at the beginning, the non-obvious benefit that only appears after the fire. When you have lived through 100 days of intense stress and you finally begin to emerge on the other side, you find that you have a priority reset. Most people spend their lives distracted by 1,000 minor inconveniences. They worry about the color of their rug or a minor social slight. But after you've been pushed to your biological limit, you develop a rare kind of internal quiet. You have seen what actually matters because the small stuff was burned away by the cortisol fire. You gain a stress-tempered clarity. You realize that you can survive much more than you thought, and as a result, the world feels less threatening. You become efficient. Not the productivity kind of efficient, but the soul kind of efficient. You stop wasting your precious biological energy on things that don't move the needle of your life. You are not the same person you were 100 days ago. You are more resilient, more aware of your boundaries, and deeply acquainted with your own strength. The weight you feel isn't just the cost of the journey, it's the weight of the armor you've built. Now, you can finally put it down. You can breathe out. You can let the security guards take a break. The building is still standing. And for the first time in 100 days, you can finally hear the silence.